what I learned from it was I am capable. I can do this. Hey there, beautiful. I've been thinking a lot about self-worth today, a lot recently. And so one of the things I've been thinking about is how our self-worth ties into what we're able to accomplish in life and how much that affects us, like financially, emotionally, spiritually, all these different things. Another thing I was thinking about is how the things in our life affect our self-worth. So it's kind of a vicious cycle. And one of the things I've learned in my own life is how kind of my socioeconomic status has drastically affected my self-worth. This is someone who has lived in poverty as an adult during my first marriage. Unfortunately, we lived very, very, very poor. We had the basics, roof over our head. We were never homeless, but it was a struggle. It was a constant struggle. And I felt like I just constantly fought to keep us there, just surviving. And we never got ahead. And that never getting ahead, when I'm someone who's very passionate, works very hard, and we never got ahead. And it really started to affect my self-worth. And I started thinking maybe I wasn't worthwhile, maybe I wasn't capable, maybe I wasn't good enough. All these things started to just eat at me. And that's what happens to us. And we get in this poverty mindset, this scarcity mindset. And things changed in my life. But they didn't necessarily change because I had changed them. We went through a relationship change, and the person I was with at the time was much more successful than I was, and he was able to provide things. And I went through a period of time where I didn't even feel like I deserved to be there. He lived in a middle-class neighborhood. I didn't feel like I deserved to be there. I didn't earn it. I didn't accomplish it myself. So my self-worth never improved. And it took me a long time to come to accept it. And honestly, what changed it, I started doing things. I started stepping out. I started stretching myself. I started growing myself. I started getting involved. And probably a good turning point for me was I joined the PTA. The first year I was just on the board. I didn't even know really what my role was, but I participated and I helped and I learned. And the next year, I stepped into the role of president. And I did not feel capable, but I learned by stretching myself, by really stepping up, being challenged, not letting the fear of not being good enough, not letting the fear of not being capable enough prevent me. Instead, I stepped up. And I leaned on the people who knew what they're doing, but I found my strengths. I found I was good at seeing the overall picture, delegating. But before, I would have thought that I would have been like the weak link. But I proved to myself that I wasn't. I was capable. So I took that experience, and more recently, as I've been challenged even more to step up and to do more, I've been doing some major fundraising events for a group that I'm with. And we needed someone to step up, and we had a big need. We needed to do something kind of a big event. And I said, hey, I was a PTA president. We did this one event. It worked really well. Let's do it. What I learned from it was I am capable. I can do this. Having gone from poverty, doing without, and thinking I wasn't capable of achieving that, to where I am now, literally just a couple months ago, and I honestly didn't think that I had the skills to do anything better. And I was financially struggling to get along. I didn't think that I was capable of something more. I didn't think I had skills to offer. A couple months ago, that's where I was at, feeling stuck and feeling incapable of doing anything else, to where I am today, having gone through some transformative things. What for me it has accomplished is helped me to figure out that I am a capable, competent individual. What I'm learning is that I have skills to offer. And with those skills, And the confidence that comes from that, I'm realizing that I can go up to anybody and say, I am a valuable resource. I am something that you need. I am something that you want as an employee. Self-worth is something that we gain from inside us. It does not come from our external sources. It does not come from what we have or do not have or are or do or any of those things. It comes from inside us. Some people gain it from faith and knowing that they were created with a purpose. Some of us don't have a spiritual practice or a spiritual faith. And they have to come to find that inner strength that defines who they are and what they're doing in this life. Because if you're not pursuing something in life, then you are just surviving in life. I suspect that you are someone that has some sort of burning desire inside, something that you wish to do or accomplish or see, either in your own life or in those you love or in your neighborhood or in the world. And maybe you don't feel competent or capable of doing anything about it. And I want to challenge you to say, you do. You are capable. You are competent. Sometimes you have to just start doing it before you really feel it. I have been on stage many times, and it's that moment just before I go out where I have to make a choice. Do I do this? Do I go out in front of hundreds of people? Before I step out, am I going to go out there and make a fool of myself? Am I going to go out there and forget everything I've practiced? Are they not going to agree with me? All those things cross my mind. And all those things will cross yours. The difference is, do you believe them? And do you let them rule your life? Don't let them rule your life. They are not the truth of who you are. You will become more when you learn who you are. And you conquer those voices with the truth of who you are. You are capable, competent, powerful person. Go change the world. You got this.